what I usually tell myself is the next 20 or 30 years, you will not be thinking of places like Nakuru, Kamati, Ikombali. It will be part of Nairobi. You will feel like you are within the city still, because growth itakuwa inaenda ikiexpand.
So there's something you've mentioned about how when you're looking at other real estate companies, they were focusing on. I remember there was such a buzz about getting you get yourself like property in Naivasha. Everyone is like, Naivasha is where we are all going. And then people now, also something that's trending right now is that people are moving outside Nairobi. Is that something that you're really looking at in terms of even expanding and
you have to have a concept around it. So for example, today today we are focused as a company, we are focused on selling residential properties. Our theme is usually buy today, build tomorrow. Like you can buy and build immediately. That is the concept. What I have noticed is the company right now is 5 years old. So we have to create new concepts to our customers. So what has happened is, yes, there is a customer who wanted to buy and build. And actually they have comfortably done that. If you go to a majority of our projects, already watu wamejenga. So, but you have to have new concepts to give to our clients. And so the issue of getaway homes, you can do Airbnbs, somewhere you can be now making money out of your investment. So those are some of the concepts that we are developing in terms of, because of the demand and the needs that are there for our clients. What we try as much as possible to do is still position our clients in a way that it makes sense for them. You don't have to take your client uko tu mashinani na uko ndani for purposes of anunue tu. But we can have concepts even around, for example, the government is doing a lot of, let me give you a good example, LAPSSET. Na gava imejenga LAPSSET. So Northern Kenya is really opening up. I happened to be there last weekend and I had a vision. I saw what the government is trying to do. So all the way from Lamu, hiyo barabara yote, the way they are. So I feel such areas have big opportunities. So it's about coming up with a concept that will be able to help your clients enjoy very good rate of returns. So be the first one to be in that location. Even set up a hub that will be able to cater for a commercial area. Probably somewhere one can set up a petrol station. Then bring the infrastructure that will enable your customer to be able to set up such. So there are those opportunities. And because our country is growing, I keep saying this, our country is growing as much as it's not growing at the rate at which we want it to grow. But there is slow,
steady growth.
So we are not where we were 10 years ago. We are not where we were 5 years ago. There's a lot of things that are happening. So I don't know if you know the biggest wind farm is in Northern Kenya. Yes, it produces around 15% of our electricity.
Really?
I'm telling you.
And the way people say that place is underdeveloped, it doesn't have assets.
Look at such opportunities. So it's all about being able to follow the growth, knowing what is happening. So yes, as a company, we are open-minded, just to answer you, to see. But at the end of the day, you have to look at what is the immediate need, because if you don't look at the sasa nikikupeleka Northern Kenya, hata wewe hautaitikia kuinvest, na hapa Nairobi una rent.
That's true, yeah.
Yes, so there are needs that we need to satisfy here now.
First.
Then we can be able to move to such ideas. But I'm sure we are also exploring the diaspora market. We have been very consistent at it right now. So you'll find somebody in the diaspora probably does not want to buy and build. They want to buy and explore a totally different thing, because they already have a home where they stay. So all that is ideas that now, being a 5-year-old company, we can comfortably be able to explore.
Transparency, trust, and integrity are such key things in this space. You mentioned about even people in diaspora. We've had cases where someone said because they were abroad and they were sending money to their brother, So the brother to give them maybe a piece of land and something, and then by the time they come, the brother was taking photos and showing the land. Kumbe hiyo shamba sio yake.
Sio yake, true.
So how have you been able over the 5 years building trust not only for people here but even for people abroad who are trusting you to secure property for them?
Okay. So one of the biggest ways we have been able to earn our customers' trust is our consistency in delivery. So when I started the company, there was this concept: you can go buy property, start selling before you pay off the owner, which is not a bad concept. It's very good. But what happens is the customers that are giving you the monies will always be at risk at some point. So all of you are exposed because you're selling what you don't own. They are paying to you something you don't own. So we changed that. When I realized the dangers of such a concept, I decided now I'll buy, fully own the property. Then I can be able to promise things to my clients that are there. So for example, if I promise you you're going to get your title deed within a month, that is the correct position. Unless something comes up, but if it's 30 days, that 30 days is a must we deliver.
Yeah.
So we have delivered consistently. So we sell what we own, number one. Then secondly, documents are always ready. So come with your lawyer. If you want bank financing, we accept. So all that helps us to be able to be transparent in a way. So there's no day somebody will come to ask for the documentation from us and the stories.
Yeah.
So we set up our house in order. We make sure we have done all the necessary amendments when it comes to land subdivisions. We already have individual title deeds for that properties. So that has assisted us in terms of making sure our process is transparent. And over time, what I've realized is that pia customers hawataki story. Wanataka tu wakuje shamba ndio hii. Can I confirm this is the land? Yes. Can I come with my surveyor and confirm? Yes. Can we do the transaction when my lawyer is involved? Yes. Na sisi tuko sawa.
So does that then mean if I pay today, I want a piece of property?
Yeah.
I come and we negotiate and we agree.
Yeah. We do the agreement.
Do the agreements, do the payments and all. Am I going to get the title deeds immediately?
Okay, immediately. That's a very good question. You cannot get the titles immediately because there's a process that you have to follow.
Sasa tupeleke hiyo process.
So the process is not difficult. So literally when you buy land, there is you have we for the exchange of the title deed from my name to your name. We need to go through two processes. First, we need to go through a land board, the land control board. So the land control board, what its work is simply, it happens at the constituency level. So every constituency has a land board. So so at that point, so there are people who sit. The chairman is what used to be the DC, the district commission. So these days I think they are DCC. No, not DCC. They are yes, I think it's the DCC. So, but DC is the chair of that board. So they sit on a specific day once per month. So once they sit, they approve the transfer between myself to you.
To the client, yeah.
Yeah. So, and that has to happen because now, ideally, it's composed of people who understand the area in terms of the land area. Kuna wazee sasa wenye wanaelewa hizo ni shamba. They can easily be able to know this property was owned by who previously. They have the information huko ground.
Yeah.
Now, once they approve that now I can transfer the property to you, you have to go to the land registry.
Yes.
So the land registry, now that's where you find the land registrars. So you have now to go through another process of booking for documents. So that is why once we finish a transaction today, we ideally say 30 days. We can be able to fast track it because the government gazetted now can have special land boards. So kitambo zilikuwa but hazikuwa legal. So right now it's legal. We can do a special land board whereby if you want your consent today, you can just go pay the special land board fees and in a day or two you get the consent. You don't have to wait for the monthly
For the monthly sittings.
sittings. Once you get that special land board, the consent, now you can go direct to the registry. In a day or two, you have your title deed. So it can be as short as 7 days, but we give it a maximum of 30 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
2020 to 2025, 5 years, we've had a change of guard. We've had a new president.
Yeah.
There's people are complaining about issues of land rates in Kenya. How has that been of any impact, negatively or positively, to the company? Because you're actively dealing with.
Now, this might be controversial, but I'm a very forward-thinking person. So I think what the government is trying to do, as much as most people are opposed to whatever the government is trying to achieve, as a country, we don't have an option, but we have to take that direction.
Yeah.
So, for example, what is the purpose of land rates? So the purpose of land rates is simple. The government takes money from the people who own properties, and when they get those money, in terms of the land rates, for example, they have to assist in maintaining the roads, the drainage,
basically amenities
around your properties. Do we need that as a country? Yes,
We do.
We do. Now, when you say that you don't want the government to introduce land rates, and still you want the government to come and do the roads and maintain and all that, I feel we will never ever be able to become westernized. You'll be surprised if you travel abroad, if you own a home, you pay taxes for your own home. You know why you find these two mzungus tumekuja Mombasa na tumekatalia huko after retirement? You know why you find those guys coming there? It's because they cannot afford to live abroad. It's simple. You have your own home. Yes, they paid a mortgage for 30 years and they were able to finish. So they fully own the home. Then they have a retirement social security, that's what they call it. They own they are getting some retirement money.
Yeah.
But the home they live in and the car they own, every year they have to pay taxes on them. Now, the taxes you're paying on your home probably is even higher than the amount you're earning from your retirement fee.
Yeah.
So majority prefer to sell off the home because itakuwa auctioned na serikali. And now they come to a cheaper place to live and they continue getting their social security. The thing is, for you to go to that level where everything is working,
streamlined,
the roads, you'll never find pahali kuna matope. Everywhere is tarmac, drainage iko sawa, electricity iko, hakutaipotea maji. The government has to have some resources to be able to sort that out. So I think the conversation is progressive. Yes, there has been serious impacts because what I feel serikali inakujanga tu imeintroduce is usually inakujanga tu imeintroduce you know there is the for example the laws behind then there is the regulations or how it's supposed to be implemented. So the implementation aspect of it is the biggest issue because today what happens, for example, people are supposed to pay land rates or even on freehold property today. However, the government will never collect all the land rates from everybody. What they will do, they will wait until the day you want to transfer when you're selling that property. Then they tell you, you have not paid for land rates for 7 years. So unapata mtu, anaambiwa now even with the penalties, the government needs 2 or 3 million from you.
And then you wonder,
so now everybody will complain.
Yeah.
So the government needs to, and you see, if they were able to collect from everybody comfortably, I can promise you, even the rates at which we are supposed to pay, zingekuwa kidogo sana. Nobody would ever
complain. I feel like
ama we unaambiwa ulipe like 500 shillings in a year. Hiyo hautai complain. But now because they are not able to collect from everybody and then they have to use other milango ya nyuma kind of ways to collect these fees, that is the biggest issue. However, for us to grow, for us to change in terms of what we want in terms of growth. There are things that as a country we have to accept.
Yeah.
We have to accept. Land rates and land rents, like now the new Land Amendment Act that was passed this month, or to November last month.
November, yeah.
Yes. If you check what they were trying to say, we are going to convert some of the freehold properties to leasehold properties. Amazingly, let me tell you something you don't know. Because I'm a former banker. Banks are happy to give you money when you own a leasehold property than when you own a freehold property.
Why?
That's the biggest question.
That's a question,
The
yeah.
biggest question, the reason is, for leasehold, you pay two form of taxes. You pay land rents and you pay land rates. But for freehold properties, you don't pay land rents. You don't rent from the government. You see, for leasehold, for example, you're given a 99-year lease. That means shamba si yako, shamba ni ya serikali.
Yeah,
So you have umelease tu. So you have to pay rent on your plot.
Yeah.
However, as in our Kenyan context, land on leasehold is considered very prime. Because, for example, the whole of Nairobi is leasehold. Hakunanga freehold anywhere in Nairobi County. It's purely leasehold. Majority of the municipalities are leasehold. Municipalities ni kama Ruiru Town, Thika Town, Kiambu Town, those places. So what you'll find is, even the banks know the value of properties in such places have very high. Any place iko na value iko high.
Yeah.
And also the government really concentrates on those areas in terms of amenities. So ukipata kipothole hapa Westlands lazima hata kama kitakaa sana kitatengenezwa tu. And look at it even in terms of infrastructure. For example, World Bank came to the country during former president's time and they decided they want to assist the country in terms of infrastructure. Where did they start doing the infrastructure? Municipalities and areas within the city. So you'll find majority of places in town, in Nairobi County, Utawala wapi, kumewekwa tarmac. Hata Eastlands, kumewekwa tarmac.
Somewhere you don't expect really.
Yes, but at the end of the day, given the population and all those kind of things, properties za leasehold zinakuanga na demand zaidi kuliko freehold. But people want to say, I want to own freehold property because it's mine forever. Yes, it's yours forever, but I feel it is yours forever, but iko na some level of disadvantage. Because as a country, we need to grow. We need to be people who are willing to change. We really need that conversation to shift from, because you see, what happens when the property changes to leasehold? The government is responsible for that property. At the end of the day, as an individual or as a community, we will never be able to do those infrastructure projects of bringing in sewer lines.
Yeah, by yourself.
By yourself.
Yeah, you can't. You know? Yeah.
As much as is the responsibility ya serikali, because unajua shamba zikiwa leasehold inakuwa rahisi kava kusema hapa tunapitisha leasehold. Kwa freehold unaweza kataa.
Unasema sasa nataka kukata shamba yangu kwa sababu gani?
Unapitisha nini kwa shamba yangu? You'll go to court, you'll say the compensation was not enough, all those stories. Leasehold gava inakuja inasema hii shamba ni yetu. At the end of the day, if you refuse, you are going to cancel your lease.
Yeah.
So we need to be progressive. Yeah. There needs to be that conversation whereby when we are talking about properties or land, there is that change. And people need to understand. Waache kuwa very rigid to change. Yes.
Yeah, there's two things I want us to speak about before we finish. Yeah. First of all is property financing, because you'd find, and this one is majorly for people who are younger. Mtu mwenye ana wealth, anaweza kuwa ni ako rich lakini haja build wealth, but they want to get a piece of land somewhere, or they want to get property but they can't finance at a go. Do you have like property financing plans that people can plug in?
So at Amcco, what we do, we have two options. We allow you to lipa pole pole.
Oh, lipa mdogo.
Lipa mdogo. So, and a majority of our customers go for that. We also have partnerships right now with the NCBA and Cooperative Bank. So if you want to be financed by a bank and you don't know where to start, those are our partners, and we will comfortably assist. We have really assisted so many people to get properties through the two banks because of our relationships with them. But we also accept bank financing, SACCO financing. I have seen a lot of customers going through SACCO financing. It's a bit easier. So lipa pole pole allowed. SACCO financing also a bit easier because they will take part of the money is covered by the property, and then the rest probably is covered by your savings.
Yes.
So iko na haina pressure mingi. What I have noticed with SACCOs, they give you probably a maximum of 3 years to repay off the loan.
The loan.
The banks are going up to even 7 years, depending on your relationship, but
your
majority
credit
do 4 or
scores.
5 years. That is averagely the repayment period. With I enjoy seeing people buying land using financing, especially through SACCO or bank financing, because at the end of the day, if you are paying, let's say you took a 1 million loan, at the end of the day, within the 5 years, probably you end up paying 1.5 million. But you'll find now when it comes to the land, in 5 years, labda hiyo shamba itakuwa worth 2.2.
2.2, yeah.
Sindio? So
Thereabout, yeah.
you have still gained. So at the end of the day, one should not limit themselves in terms of the options that they can take to own a property. And because of the consistent growth, unapata, as I have said, appreciation ya kitu kama shamba iko very consistent in this country. And it is because of our capital. Naisemanga, we are capitalists when it comes to land in Kenya. The regulations here, ni demand and supply will determine. There is nowhere the government is inakuwa involved kusema we are capping like Uganda, they say the land haiwezi pita 20 million in this area. Is capping. In Kenya, Upper Hill sahi 1 acre is almost is almost 600 million.
That's a...
An acre. Your pesa, it's almost like what? $500 million.
Yeah, that's...
Just
slightly
for
above.
an acre, just an acre of land. You see the opportunities that we are talking about. The demand and supply determine the price.
Yeah.
So yes, financing is... we allow financing. We also give lipa pole pole and all the options, because our documents are always ready. The banks just need the title deeds, and we have the titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the role of mentorship? We started with you saying your mentors were telling you to go and get trucks from Ayad, and then you went and got someone who kikakuramba. What's the role of mentorship in business?
It's I think in business, mentorship is everything. For what I can tell you for a fact is that there is nobody who is a know-it-all. And in business, sometimes it's even more about knowing how to face challenges and getting solutions for the challenges. And sometimes the solutions are so simple, but if you think with emotionally, if you react to things, you'll never see the solution. So, and I have seen, especially in my business, you'll find ulinunua shamba kutoka. Let me give you a good example. Umenunua shamba from like 7 siblings. Then in between the transaction, wameanza kukosana.
Yeah.
So for anybody na kifo yake, you can say, let me run to court and niwashitaki hawa watu. That thing will go for 5-6 years mkiwa kotini. But you can sit them down, wachinjia kambuzi, and you agree everything with a pastor there and a chief.
I've seen that.
Yes, and they agree. The transaction ends when everybody is happy, hugging each other. So what I have learned in business is mentorship is everything. Also in terms of, I remember when I went to Kikuyu, I sat with one of directors of another company, and asked him, how do I operate in this market? Some of the insights he gave me, I still use them up to now, up to today. The advantage of mentorship is the people who probably mentor you, they have already passed through whatever you're going to pass through. So at the end of the day, it is easier for you. So you will be able to go farther than they managed. So at the end of the day, for me, mentorship is everything. I try as much as possible, even from when running Amcco, to have mentors all around. It is all about decision making. It's all about delayed gratification. you have made the small monies and tomorrow you want to drive the best car around.
Yeah. No, you want to just be in Dubai chilling.
Yes, you
and watching F1.
yes. So somebody will just challenge you and show you you should be doing something different, which I believe some of these things is we have to consistently be able to get from mentors.
Yeah. Do you have Gen Zs here, this office?
I think 80% of my staffs are Gen Zs.
Wanakupeleka aje huko? Wanajua kuuza shamba?
Yeah, they are good. Okay, this is what happened. Myself, when I started, I only wanted to work with Gen Zs, young people, because they have the energy.
Yeah.
They have the energy. Wakanisumbua. Now I had to learn how to operate with them. But I think we have hacked it. I feel to some extent, Gen Zs are from a different generation altogether.
Yeah.
I'm a millennial.
Yeah.
I respect authority. I will come on time. I fear yes, I fear losing my job. You know, Gen Zs will ataamka asubuhi and say they are not. Hata kuambia ameenda. Utamkosa siku mbili. Unampigia simu.
Anakuambia kodiani anapumzika kidogo atarudi.
And you know what they say? They tell you, they usually say it is they will think they want to wameenda wafikirie ama what is think you're thinking about?
Yeah.
Ama it's too much. Like the excuses.
Yeah.
But I feel two things. One, we have to learn to work with them. The people of a different generation, they have different motivations. But secondly, things are going to recollect. At the end of the day, when they are in their 30s and they are heading to 35s and all those ages, the demands of life will force them to recollect. So easy disciplines, all these challenges we are facing now, zitakuwa zime recollect. That has been my argument. Because at the end of the day, somebody will have 2 or 3 kids at that point in time. So now they have to respect them. Hawezi amka asubuhi sasa aseme, wacha nione.
Serious bwana. Hiyo ofisi hamtainiona.
Yeah. But they are tough to work with.
Speaking of that, watu wa kuuza shamba, properties, nini, there's a lot of paperwork that goes in.
Yes.
Have you found your place in adapting into tech and moving into
yes. Now for us now, we have an advantage. Yes, we are quite ahead in terms of tech, and that has really worked for us in terms of even with diaspora customers. So we are going paperless as a company probably in the next 2 years. We try as much as possible now to avoid paper. So we have everything in a system whereby you can sign off your documents, you get your receipts. So if you buy land from us today, you have a portal whereby you can access all your details there. You can see the payments, the way you made your payments.
Your karatasi moja isipotee.
Actually, with Amcco today, you can, once you buy land with us, even if you have the physical title, our customer portal has everything. So you will get the consent documents that you signed, you'll get the transfer documents that you signed, you will get the consent once it came from the land board, it's in that portal, and you'll get a copy of a title deed in that same portal. So 10 years down the line, when you probably can't remember even how your title used to look like or where you kept it, you can even have a soft copy of the same. So it's easy to retrieve your because majority of the people lose their title deeds or all those kind of things. Then the government is really assisting in terms of, you see, there is the Adisasa now. So especially, for example, Nairobi County, the other counties, we are yet to reach in a position whereby everything is happening online.
Digitize, yeah.
Yeah. So the digitalization of the land transactions is an ongoing process, and it's happening. So today, everything is being done through Adisasa. All your payments, all the stamp duty payments, land transfer process payments, all that is happening online. In counties like Nairobi, even the documents, even your title deeds you can find them online. So with that now, that is why we are integrating, because at some point, even areas we are selling land like Kong and Kikuyu, everything still will be so online.
Yeah.
And we'll be forced to also be doing all our transactions online.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we are fast tracking to have our system that is working, so that the point at which the Addis as a platform is perfectly okay. It's just small integrations.
Yeah, I really like the fact that you're customer centric. It's that the
Yes.
customer must be satisfied
True.
before we move to any other things that concerns us.
Actually, what I realized with majority of the customers is not even about the. Yes, I thought it is about the land they are buying, but it's mostly about the service. It's the fact that this person knows even if I buy land with Amcco today, 5 down years the line, if I have an issue, and I have seen it. Now we are 5 years old. So there are people who bought land with me the first day, or the first month, or the second month. What I have noticed is, mtu hata hakumbuki shamba iko wapi, hakumbuki beacon yake ni gani. They'll still come to the office. We'll give them a surveyor, they'll go and their beacons are redone. And they are very happy because kama si angekuwa amenunua na sisi, labda angekuwa amenunua from somebody else or a village somewhere, hiyo sasa ni angejisort end to end, which is a hassle.
Ama upate alishauza. Ni yako lakini mtu mwingine alishauza.
Ama unapata kuna kanyumba kako hapo. Kuna kanyumba, you know what the villagers do? They'll never build a permanent structure.
Yeah.
Lakini hapo ndipo analishia mbuzi.
Finally, maybe can you tell us, maybe your Amcco as a company is part of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
You've been part of the chamber for how long?
For 2 years now.
Yeah. What has been some of the benefits being a member of chamber?
The Chamber of Commerce. Number one is the authenticity of us, of the, Kenya National Chamber of Commerce. The moment people know you are part of it, they feel this brand knows what they are doing. Secondly, for you to be part of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, there is a verification exercise. So as a company, obviously you are verified, and as a result, customers can have more trust with Amcco as a brand and what we do. So we have also a lot of engagements with Kenya National Chamber of Commerce. So we understand what is really happening in the market. So there are so many forums that Kenya National Chamber of Commerce does. Actually, myself, I've visited several countries through Kenya National Chamber of Commerce. So you'll find there are opportunities. There are people who want to invest in the country. They'll lead you to opportunities outside the country. As we are real estate focused, but they have really opened our mind up in terms of the opportunities that are there all over the world. So it was a great opportunity for us to be part of Kenya National Chamber of Commerce as a company, and we are learning a lot. We are ahead actually to some extent in terms of the informations and in terms of the guidance that we get. So and some of the opportunities we have had, I remember there's a time we wanted to run an article in the papers, and just one recommendation from Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, we never even had to pay for it. So you see, those are some of the opportunities that you get from being a member. There's the correct networks.
Yeah. Is marriage a business decision? You said you're a family man. Naweza pata mtu mwingine ama the laughter has
I'm telling you the truth. It should be. It should be.
Did you consider that yourself?
No, but it should be.
Why?
I think if you marry the right person, you can easily become rich.
Hizi awards zote zilitoka wapi? Kuna ile real estate 100, kuna super brands.
Yes.
These are so many awards in 5 years.
Actually, yes. We thank God, number one. That shows people are recognizing what we are doing. But we have been very loud, especially on social media. We have had quite strong influencers. So we have been very loud. And also, we thank God we have never had any issues, scandals, or those kind of things. So at the end of the day, right now when there's conversation about real estate or property or land, buying and selling, Amcco is part of that conversation comfortably. And I think for us, that's quite an achievement in the short period we have been in the market. But it speaks to about how hard we have worked internally and the results of our internal setup and everything is showing out there. Actually, almost, I don't think there's an award that happens that we are not invited to attend. Actually, I told my team next year, we will choose which ones to attend or not, because we are almost invited to all the awards. You'll find there's a new one, hata ujui ilitoka wapi. You find an email, they start making calls.
You don't a whole, it's almost like the little drawers that people put awards.
In our Kikuyu branch, because this is Ngong branch, so in our Kikuyu branch, there's a whole
cabinet for
awards. Sasa hata imejaa zingine zimewekelewa behind each other.
So I don't need any more.
Not we don't need any more, but I think as a company, there's something we have proved so far.
Yeah, so right now, kila siku.
Consistency.
Okay, hidden. Do you have hidden? If you're saying a property is 500,000, do you have hidden charges? Yes or no?
No.
All right, no. There you have it. So come and speak to the guys at Amcco Properties. Get yourself a piece of. Wenye wananunua iPhone 17 na una mali pa kulala 300,000 na una mali pa kulala, kuja uinvest huku.
Na Ngong ni 699, kwa hivyo